Good morning and welcome back to another video. So it's Bank Holiday Monday today and it's still, for me, another working day. So I'm going to get on with doing some picking and packing. So I've got a reasonable amount of orders today. So I've got 29 orders going out this morning. So I'm going to get those picked and packed. So the nice thing is I've actually managed to clear a lot of my really old stock. So what I've been doing is I've actually selling similar from the oldest listings and reducing it by another 10%. I've currently got a coupon at the moment, which is for 5%. So I'm really trying to clear out the old stock at the moment. So I can reinvest and put more money into the business. So as I say, got 29 orders, got so total value £880.43. So I'm definitely more positive about it. I still don't think I'm out of the woods yet, but that's a great start. May have something to do with being a bank holiday, but who knows. Right, so let's get on with actually picking and packing these because I want to get these into the shop because as a bank holiday, I'm going to go to another car boot sale today. So let's get on with it. Right, so the first one is, and I'm picking these from SKU numbers. So the oldest one first is what I'm going to pick, which is, right, so we've got a pair of trainers. So these are Nike Air Force Ones, and I'm looking for 14155. Let me show you actually what I do. So what I'm going to do, go to my boxes. So this is the area that I keep for all my shoes. So I'm looking for 14155. Oh, these look potentially. There we go. So I'm literally just looking for the number, making sure, and I double check to make sure that these are correct. So a pair of white Air Force Ones. So I've got my little packing table here as well. I'm going to put them straight into a poly bag, like so. Making sure I put in a thank you card. And then we seal that up. And then we put a label on top of it. Right, next we've got another pair of trainers. These are actually a pair of Brooks, and I'm looking for 14802. Right, pair of Brooks, so good tread on them still and good condition. So I keep everything in bags just to protect it, and I think it looks a little bit more professional when the customer actually receives it as well. Right, next we've got a t-shirt. This is a Nike Jordan t-shirt, and I'm looking for 15619. Right, so this is the perfect opportunity for me to remind you that if you do the SKU system, to make sure you take a picture of the number on the last of your listings. The reason for me is because I've gone to my listing and actually gone to the place and it wasn't there. So I've gone back, had a look at the listing, noticed that I've actually got the wrong number on there. So whatever, that's user error. So I've just found this again and actually found the correct one, and we are all good. So we've actually got the Jordan t-shirt. So super important, that one. Right, next one, we've got a pair of women's trousers. These are by Sea Salt, and I'm looking for number 15742. Right, so that's them. So these ones are the style, which is a carpenter style. So if you don't know what that is, it might be worth actually having a look on Google just to see what the term means. But yeah, didn't get too much for those ones. But for me, as I say, I'm clearing out stock, so I'm happy just to get it moving. Right, next on the list we have an Under Armour jacket. So this is a youth's one, so it's a youth small, ages 8. So I don't normally go in for kind of children's wear, but I would have probably got this in a bundle. So yeah, got £11 for this one, so nothing too special. Right, there we go, Under Armour kids jacket, and yeah, £11 for that one. It does sometimes make you think is it even worth it, but I bought this like a good amount of time ago, and for me it's just a case of clearing it out. Right, next we have a jacket. It's a puffer jacket. It's possibly like one of the warmest kind of couple of months we've had, and I'm still selling puffer jackets. So for me, I'm still of the opinion that I don't hold on to stuff like for the different seasons. Some people do, and I think you will probably get kind of like more kind of like for your bang for your buck when it comes to actually if you had like winter stuff in the winter. But for me, I'd rather just like get it up for sale, because like people still buy winter stuff in the summer, they still buy summer stuff in the winter. So that for me is something I'm like still like keen to actually like keep going with. Right, so we've got a Ralph Lauren RLX. Don't know if you can see it just on there. Puffer jacket. Again, RLX is the kind of the golf division of Ralph Lauren. So yeah, that's a nice one. Not particularly £30 for that one, but when my average cost of goods are £4, I think I'm running at £4.46 at the moment. 4 into 30, that will do me. Thank you very much. Right, next we've got a pair of jeans. These are by Diesel, and they're the Belther version. 33-inch waist, and these are on number 16765. Right, bit of Diesel. So what I always look for, there's so much information just on the tag on Diesels. You can actually see what model it is, what style it is, what measurements, but also like what wash code. Wash code basically means what color it actually is, and there are people out there who do look for that. So Diesel jeans, they're good. Some of them can be like a bit slow. Others can be like super like fast selling. So I still like picking up Diesel jeans. For me, I'd probably go, depending on what one I go for, I'd probably pick them up for around about between 5 and I suppose 10 would probably be my maximum, like for a pair of Diesel. But if I can do like £10 into like 30 to 40, like I think that like definitely works. I suppose on a side note, with these Diesel jeans, they didn't make a lot of money. As I said, like these are just like clearing them out. So £15 is definitely not ideal for a pair of like Diesel jeans, but sometimes you just have to take what you can take. Right, next we've got a shirt. This is by Eaton. It's a nice white single cuff. It's 100% cotton, this one. So I've had this since January, so we're talking like a few months now. Definitely not ideal. I think that Eaton has definitely slowed up a lot, but I'm still happy to kind of not sell this. So, and I got a good mount for this one as well. Right, so Eaton shirt, that's the label on it, and yeah, like just under £30 for that one, so pleased with that one. Right, next one we've got a rugby top, a rugby jersey. This was listed in February, and it's a ISC Manly Warrington Sea Eagles. So let me get the kind of that one for you, 17667. All right, Warrington Eagles. On there, and what do we get for that? £24.77. Right, so from now on we should be like talking a bit more kind of profit in most of these ones, but also the sell through is a lot better. So the next one I've got is another pair of like Diesel jeans, and these ones were only listed in March. So anything now should be like March, April. So we're talking like in under 3 months, which is really like what I want to be looking for. I want to like try and get these in, get these out, get some good money for them, but I don't want to like kind of store them for a long time. So next one, which is a pair of like Diesel jeans, 18031. All right, Diesel jeans. Right, we've got a pair of trousers. These are actually by the brand called Spoke, and these are actually new with tags, so brand spanking new ones. Got a good price for these and listed them in March, so a couple of months, and I managed to get £50 for these ones. Right, so these are the that's the tag to look for. As you can see, still got all its brand new tags in there, so nice one, that one. Right, we've also got a England t-shirt, so it's an England football t-shirt by Nike. It's the dry fit home kit, and I'm looking for 18264. England t-shirt. And what did we get for that one? £29.77, listed in, when did we list that? In March as well. So yeah, nice quick one. All right, next one, we've got a Musto jacket. So this is the Musto Snugs. So Snugs is actually slightly more warmer, normally fleece lined in there as well. And they're kind of like reasonably old, so, but this one's in good condition. This was listed in April and sold for 30. Right, Musto Snugs. Now this actually, I can tell this weighs a little bit like more than just that 1 kilo. So I'm not going to like worry about the whole kind of like, I don't weigh things, but I know that's like it's over 1 kilo, but it's not heavier than 2 kilos. So I'll set it like for 1 to 2 kilos. All right, next we've got a pair of trousers again. This Polo Ralph Lauren. They're more like chinos, these ones. Listed in April and got 25, 18496. All right, some nice pink chinos by Ralph Lauren. All right, next we've got a pair of shorts by Dickies. These are like cargo ones, and literally paid nothing for these ones. Didn't get a lot for them either. £14 I got for these ones back. So I think I bought these in a bundle. So I think I bought like 4 pairs for £4 I think it was. So still not great margins, but again, just gets it cleared. These were listed in April of this year, so again, like a quick sell through. All right, Dickies shorts. So I've just had a look. It looks like I've just got 1 pair left, so out of the 4 pairs, just like the 1 left. So like not too bad, and like sold quickly as well. Right, just while I've been filming this, I've actually just had another sale come through. This one was listed in February of this year, and it's a really nice one, this one. So it's by Belstaff. So if you don't know like the brand Belstaff, they predominantly are known for their motorcycle, but they've really got into the kind of like the high-end fashion as well. So, so I'm looking at 17671. Right, one Belstaff wax jacket. So this is a woman's one. It is like tiny as well, so it is a small, but like yeah, it's a really cool one. On this one, like, it's the Roadmaster. That's the key word for that one. Right, it's been a little while since this has happened, but I've filled up an IKEA bag, so I need to like get another one. We're about halfway now, so that's 15 items packed up. Got another 15 to go. I know it's halfway through, but I hope you're getting some value out of this. All right, next one we've got another football shirt, and it's another kids one actually. Listed in April of this year, and this is a Liverpool shirt. It's the European third kit, and got £20 for this one. All right, Liverpool kit. Yeah, so ages 10 to 12, this one. Right, so we now go on to a pair of women's yoga pants. So this is by the brand Sweaty Betty, and we list that in April, and we're looking for 18554. Right, yoga pants. What do we get for those ones? £20 for those. So yeah, okay for like kind of yoga pants. All right, next one is another pair of jeans. This is by Maya. I think that Maya has kind of like slowed up massively for me, but the jeans are still doing well. So if you can like find the actual denim jeans, these are the Durban style. These like do like still well. So I've got like just under £30 for these ones, and listed in April again. All right, so that's the logo to look for. So Maya, made in Germany. So yeah, like kind of like very like kind of well made and well produced, those ones. Right, next one is definitely something a little bit more special. To like give you an indication, this is actually a hat, which is kind of like definitely a winter hat. It's certainly not a flat cap or anything like that. But this brand is like quite incredible. So it's produced and like handmade in London, St James's Street. I'm going to like show you a little bit of information about the brand as well, so you can like, if you ever see this, you'll definitely pick it up. So this is a brand called Lock & Co. So I found this at a car boot sale, and I paid £1 for it. So as you can see, like getting £80 for this one, I didn't know the brand, I'd never heard of it before, so it was very much like new to me. So what I did do is actually have a look at their website and see if I could actually find this actual hat on their website. Right, so this is the website that I went onto, so Lock & Co Hatters, St James's Street, and this is exactly like where I found this item. So, and as you can see, £295, this one is new. Some of the other ones, some of these like kind of prices are absolutely like eye-watering. For example, this one here, like £1,395 for a hat. We are talking high end, so definitely, like, if you ever see this brand at Lock & Co, yeah, pick it up. Right, so this brand is like quite special. So they've actually been around since 1676 in London. Some of the famous people they've actually produced hats for, probably one of the most kind of famous, which was Winston Churchill. We also have like people like Admiral Lord Nelson, Oscar Wilde, some of the more like modern like kind of people who wear these hats, Benedict Cumberbatch, Colin Firth, Matt Smith, Mick Jagger. So we've actually got some people who actually really like these hats. And there we have it, all ready to go, off to its new owner. I think they live Chipping Norton, so I hope they enjoy it. All right, next we've got a pair of shoes by Clarks. These are actually brand new as well. I think I paid £7.50 for these ones and managed to get £50 for them. And they were listed in May, so a few weeks. Right, so we've got a brand new pair of Clarks, all in the box still. I'm actually going to put a thank you card just inside there as well. And then what I'm going to do is I'm still going to ship it in a bag, but I've actually got a bigger bag that I can actually pop this into. And I'll get that sent off. I'm going to send these with so this is going to Northern Ireland, I think it is. So it actually, like, it's very expensive to send it through Every or Yodel. So I'm actually using Royal Mail for this one, which I don't normally do, but again, it's probably the easiest way of actually like sending it to those locations. Right, next one we've got a super dry jacket. This is a military one. It's by The Rookie and got £29.77 for this one. Again, this was listed in May of this year, so not long at all on this one. All right, next we've got another super dry jacket. This is a super dry sport. It's a hybrid puffer, and that was listed in May. Got £23. All ready to go. That's going to go into a slightly bigger bag, this one, just because it's like, I think it's not heavy, so it will still like go under the 1 kilo. Get that popped in there. Right, we've got a shirt by Paul Smith now. So it's 100% cotton, short sleeve, and 18849, listed in May. All right, Paul Smith shirt. All right, next one, some more trainers. These are children's ones actually, and these are On Running or On Cloud Running, 18855. All right, look at those diddy things. Tiny, tiny little things, but size, I think 1.5. Again, like listed maybe last week. Right, we've got another pair of trainers. These are Adidas NMD R1s, 18857. Right, nice big size, 10.5 these ones. Bit of the side, you can tell these ones are called Ultra Boost. So these ones here are like a little bit more kind of good for running and gym side of it. So listed those in May. The buyer took advantage of a coupon that I had, and it was nice. It was only a 5% coupon, so really pleased with that. So I got £34 for those ones. Right, next we have a pair of shorts. These are a pair of swimming trunks, Polo Ralph Lauren, and this was listed in May this year, 18894. Right, pair of Ralph Lauren swimming trunks. These are actually going like to a very local person, but I'm still going to send it, just because it gets a bit complicated when if you try and kind of like just hand deliver it. It's not going to show as a any tracking on there, so they're just going to become a defect. So for me, like, it just might as well just like get it sent anyway. So right, now we've got a band t-shirt. This is actually a band called 9 Inch Nails, and this is a long sleeve crew neck like t-shirt come jumper. It's a thin jumper anyway. Right, so that was listed in May as well and sold for £25.30 plus the shipping, and it's on 18902. All right, there it is. So nice band tee, that one. Right, next we've got a shirt. It's a short sleeve shirt by Ralph Lauren, and it is 100% cotton, bit of stripe on there, listed in May, and that is 18910, and that's sold for £20. Right, next we've got a shirt. It's a short sleeve shirt by Ralph Lauren, and it is 100% cotton, bit of stripe on there, listed in May, and that is 18910, and that's sold for £20. Right, one Ralph Lauren shirt. So the difference is that this is Ralph Lauren, not Polo Ralph Lauren. So it is kind of like, it's a little bit in the hierarchy of like Ralph, it's a little bit higher, so should command a touch more money. Right, and the very last one, and it's not a piece of clothing. So this it actually is some cassette tapes. So this is a bundle of 80s. So we've got a couple of artists in there like Fleetwood Mac, Queen, Madonna, Meatloaf, and a few others as well. And so that listed again last week, and that went for £29.77 plus the shipping. And yeah, super fast sell through. 5% coupon was used, but yeah, no, pleased with that one. Right, so we've got the tapes, so which are just there. I've wrapped them all up, but now this needs to turn into the Blue Peter, so I need to do some arts and crafts to get this all packed up nice and securely. Right, so start off, wrap it in bubble wrap, so I make sure they get a good amount covering, and take that bit off. Got me trusty gun. On that side, and I'll do opposite way around to protect that side as well. Right, that's all in like so, and then what we're going to do, get rid of the bubble wrap now. And what we're going to do is just basically wrap this around, do it that way. And then we can put that in like so. Take that up. Take that up. Right, so that's now all nice and secure in there. What I will do is I'm going to like pop that into a bag. Still going to make sure that I put a thank you like card in there as well, and that will just go into a poly mailer. Then we are all good to go. So making sure if I do like get anything out like that, make sure that everything all goes back in the right place. So So what I'm going to do, like kind of like spare bit of card, I will just put it back with the other bits. Just keeping everything nice and tidy, and I spent a lot of money on this place. I want to like keep it in as best shape as I possibly can for as long as I possibly can. Right, so just going to get this now, kind of like the label printed off, and then that is it. Right, so that's it. I'm all done now. So thank you so much for taking the time to watch along with me. Hopefully this has been helpful. But I'm super pleased today to actually like be getting 2 lots of IKEA bags out. So yeah, it's definitely been a while since I've actually been able to do that. But until the next one, have a great rest of the day.